I have started seedling many different ways, and I think of them, of those different ways, and I like give them a rating. This is a 10%, this is 100%, this is 50%. For example, I recycle potting mix and seed in it. I call that 50%, just in case the potting mix is you know, got a disease or something. Old seeds, I deduct another 10%, 20%. So you want 100%, you want something like this. Instead of media, you use Grodan. This is rock wool, compressed rock wool, made into cubes. And it comes with the holes, with the dimples already made, so you can drop the seeds immediately. And then when they're germinated, they break individually so that they can go in the pot, in the garden, or in the hydroponic system. And this square, which is like about 1 inch in diameter, 3/4 inch in diameter, is now the standard size for all hydroponic lettuce, all those squares on the foam board or with the NFT. Okay, so this pelleted seeds, this year's pelleted seeds, not old seeds, new tray, dome, and then you put them in under light. That to me is 100%. You will never make a mistake of dropping 2 seeds in one when you're using this. They will all germinate because they're all at the same depth. They will all germinate at the same time and the same height. I mean, they look beautiful. And the ideal condition, by adding the dome cover so that, you know, maintain the humidity, and then turn on the lights when you start seeing green tissue. I mean, all of those conditions, you are improving the chances to 100% quality. Okay, so let's show you a close-up of seeding. When you're working with pelleted seeds, it's very easy to grab individual seeds because, you know, lettuce seed is flat and small, but when you're working with this, they're just a lot faster. Would help if your fingers are dry so that the pelleted seed does not stick to your hand. By the way, I got a question one time asked, can I soak the pelleted seeds? So, you know, pre-soak them before you use them? No, if you do that, that pellet will dissolve, and then you go back to the original, you know, raw seed that is not pelleted and covered. So no, you do not pre-soak it. They are guaranteed. This will tell you, let's see, seed size, lot number, 55 days, 99% germination. They guarantee you 99% germination. And this was tested on 5/23. So these are, I mean, I call them this year's seed, even though we are in 24. Okay? So, before we go, let me show you how to prepare this. This is like a dry sponge. It's gonna take a lot of water to soak up. So you keep adding water until it's completely soaked, and then you see the excess, until you drown it. See, right now it's still not soaked. It's like a sponge, it's still soaking up. And then really you wanna keep adding water until it's submerged in water. We're almost there. See how much water it's taking, and it's still, still don't see any water. So now we are getting close. You see, now it's submerged in water. Now you can drain the excess. And it's ready to use. Okay? Seeding, very easy. When you take a closer look, you'll see 1 seed each, all about the same depth, beautiful flats. So, Grodan, pelleted seed, wetted Grodan, pre-soaked first, and then the dome, to maintain high humidity, and this type of dome is nice, better than the cheaper kind, because you can open the vents here to let them breathe better or reduce the humidity inside. But initially, when they have not germinated yet, close them so you maintain as much humidity as possible. When they germinate, so I'm gonna put them here. When they germinate, we'll turn on the light and open the vents so that you know, all that humidity can, because you don't want it, you know, like fog inside. Okay, so with that, let's put it here. Make sure the domes are closed. And of course, there are domes that are shorter. These are tall domes that I have used when I graft plants, so that the height is not necessary for seedlings. But this is a nice option, the opportunity to be able to vent or not. So right now, we just let them sit here. We are in a building, so the temperature is you know, controlled. The warmer the better, so let's say 80s, 75, 80 is better than 70, 65, 70. So when the minute they germinate, and that with lettuce, that could be like in 3 days, we'll turn on the light, we'll open the vents, but that will be a next video. Five days ago, we seeded Salanova lettuce in Grodan and covered them with a dome and put them in that grow rack that we use it as germination table. So 5 days later, we have beautiful germination, 100%. You see that, 100%. And we are ready for the next phase. Okay, of course, usually what I do is I open the vents here on the dome so it does not get too humid, so it can breathe, and make sure that it's moist. But at this stage, when they germinated, they need a shot of fertilizer because it's been 5 days, they are too small. We need another week maybe before they are ready for transplanting. So give them a shot of fertilizer instead of just relying on the food storage that's in the cotton leader. So when they look like this is the perfect time to either open the vents so it can breathe better or remove the cover altogether. I can keep them here in that grow rack under the light, but I'm gonna move them to the greenhouse because we have better light, a combination of natural light and red and blue light. So that's a better combination. We're growing plants there. They will do better, and it's a little bit warmer over there than in this storage room. Okay, so after I move them, we'll do the follow-up video. And this is the ideal, better location and in the grow rack, because here in this greenhouse we have a combination of grow lights and the sunlight. And and the temperature also is more regulated and better for these growth of plants. So I am sure we can have these plants ready in another 5 days. Usually lettuce is about 7-10 days, sometimes 14 days, depending on how good you are, how bad you are. I showed you that the germination rate was 99%, and looking at it, this 200 cell flat has 100% germination, while this one is missing 2. So this one is 2 out of 200 is 1% bad, so 99%, but this flat here has exactly 100% germination. So spend a little extra, get pelleted seeds, get current year seed if you are a commercial grower or you want the best germination, and use the ideal conditions like I mentioned, grow them, dome lights, dome covers, light humidity fertilizer. So now that we move them here and we have another week to go, we will give them a little bit of fertilizer because I don't, just give them a little bit of food before they go in the transplant system instead of just relying on their on the food they came with the cotyledon seeds. Okay.